I just get emotional. She
You're so
said,
dramatic.
I love you too.
I don't feel like I've been given off. So there's a conflict of like, am I even given enough? Am I even worthy to receive half of the things? So like, it's like fear or insecurity, anxiety. You wouldn't let that pull you back because you have a goal. That's literally delusional.
It is.
I'm not going to.
I'm not about it. It's not my portion. I rebuke it.
Yeah.
Take it away from me.
Yeah.
How dare you? Power to the people. Hi guys, welcome to episode 29 of the First Girl podcast. I'm Jen.
And I'm Favour.
And this week, once again, we go into another adventure of my dating life, which then led to an epiphany.
Yep.
An amazing epiphany of how I'm fearing a relationship.
Basically, as she was speaking, I had a voice tell me, and I had the answer just came into my head, and I was like, oh my god, it's fear. So then we ended up talking about fear and how it controls our lives, and then
we talked about the conversations that you need to have before you go into a marriage with someone.
I don't know why it's in that accent. But yeah, guys, hopefully, I honestly feel like you guys will genuinely enjoy this episode. Yeah,
you need to
listen to this episode and be focused so you can actually take in what we're saying. Because some of the things that we said, it came from our hearts.
Guys, spiritual experience.
You're going to enjoy this. But guys,
welcome.
I'm glad. I'm a busy babe.
Why do you like to keep secrets from me, Favour? I feel like we're just not connected.
I'm just so mad. It's not even what you think, but it's alright. You always like to think what you want to think, guys.
No, it's fine, but I just feel like we're not connected the way that we used to be. I feel like you used to tell me a lot of things before.
Like what? Can you take these glasses? No. I'm not taking you seriously with these glasses on. I'm so sorry.
Just 1 minute. 1 minute dedication.
To who?
Queen Elizabeth II, Windsor. She was a beautiful lady. She helped us in so many... She changed the world. And I think it's very important that we take a moment to just appreciate who she was. And, you know, if it wasn't for her, then we wouldn't have had Prince Charles. If it wasn't for Prince Charles, we wouldn't have had Prince Harry. And we wouldn't have known the beautiful lady that is Meghan Markle. Power to the people. Hi, guys. Welcome to episode 29. A power to the people. Oh, my God.
Jen, at this point, you're going to destroy that glasses. Actually, I want to break it. I actually want it to be broken.
Hi guys, welcome to episode 29. Guys, can you believe it? We've made it. We're almost at episode 30.
Can you imagine?
That is crazy.
We've been talking for 29
episodes. I wonder how many hours that is in total. It's a lot of hours.
That's a lot of hours.
It's a lot of hours, including the bits where we have to cut out, we have to do this, that. It's a lot of talking. It's a lot of talking. But what do you guys want to see for episode 30? Let us know.
Send your suggestions.
Yes,
DM us.
Yes, please.
On the First Girl podcast.
Yes, please.
Send us an email.
Yes, please.
Comment down below on this YouTube video.
Yes, please.
Just let us know what.
Let us know. If you want to be a guest star as well, we'd be more than happy to add another space into our little.
Yeah, it'd be actually nice to have a guest.
Another voice.
Oh my god, a guest speaker. Yeah, we can have a guest speaker.
Yeah. It doesn't even have to be a specific topic, just talking.
Yeah.
Just talking. So let us know if you want to join the First Girl Plus app. The First Girl Plus.
First Girl Podcast.
Plus one.
Oh, is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mixed up together.
Wow.
But guys, because I didn't get to do this in the last episode, I wanted to kind of show you guys the reason why I haven't given up on dating.
Okay.
But I've given up on dating.
I don't understand.
No, I just want to, because I didn't get to do it in the last episode, I just wanted to show you guys some of the madness that I was experiencing on this website, because you guys just think I just talk for the sake of talking. But no, there's an actual story behind everything that I go through. Yeah.
I just feel like a bit dramatic.
Anyway.
It's alright.
Oh, I didn't do this one. So James said, even if I wanted to post it on here, I can't blur his face to see the madness that me and Favour are seeing. But he said, let's be honest, this app isn't great and you're gorgeous, but you won't see this. If you do see this and reply, I'll owe you a date of your choice. The reason why I took a screenshot is...
Oh, this is nice. That's actually a nice message.
Yeah, it is, but the person attached to it...
Isn't that what you like? Then this is your type.
Ah.
Long hair.
No.
We could have been scattered.
I'm scattered. I like my man to be nice and clean.
No, she doesn't. She likes wolves.
Oh, you're terrible, you are.
That's your type. Why are you pretending?
No,
Jen,
Favour.
do you even know what you like?
I don't think I
Because
do.
your actual type is speaking to you right now and you're saying, ugh.
I actually don't think I know what my type is. I think that's why I was baffled on the app, because I don't...
My days, I just thought about something.
Yeah.
Are you scared?
I'm scared of... Okay, go on. Go on. Go on.
Can we have a serious conversation?
No. Go on. That's what I'm saying. Go on.
There could be an element of fear.
Okay.
Because, like, you're almost not allowing anything to happen because you're scared of it. Genuinely, it literally just hit me. No, it just all made sense. Because how can you not know your type if you've never tried to find out by dating people?
That's true.
So there's an element of fear.
Is it?
Oh my days, Jen is scared.
What am I scared of, though?
That's down to you. After my bit, I don't know what you're scared of. It's almost okay, let's speak about logically, right? Let's say, let's talk about food. You know what food you don't like because you tried it out and you didn't like how it tasted. If you've never tried something out, unless you're going by what people have told you, then you'll be like, I don't want to do it. So, okay, let's put it in this context. You might be like, I don't want to do this because people have said this about these people, but you've never actually tried it out, so you don't actually know anything for yourself. So it's even fear from what people have said to you, or fear of the unknown, because you don't actually know what it's going to be like. Does that make sense?
True.
So it's fear.
Guys, we have figured out the problem to my problems.
Because there's no way do you want to show them the other ones? Because she has a whole list of people that have messaged her. And apparently, not one person is suitable. Not one.
No.
How is that possible?
Yeah.
That doesn't actually make any sense.
Yeah. Maybe.
Obviously, I'm not saying you have to go on do dating apps and stuff, or you have to go out with them. But it's like the fact that you're just very like, oh, I can't bothered. How? Not even one person was even potentially going to even...
Yeah, no, I guess that's true. It is. Even though I am like, oh my God, I want to go on dates, I guess there's something holding me back, and it's fear.
I don't think you actually want to. You feel like you want to, but you're not really...
So then what am I meant to do? And this is what I was saying to Favour earlier. I've been having... I had a moment of reflection this week where I was just like, okay, if let's say I've accepted that I'm in the single season, I feel like I need to work on myself, because I remember saying to Favour once, I feel like this entire time, God has kept me single for a reason. I don't know what the reason is. I think it's probably because when I'm into someone, I'm fully invested and I give so much love out that it will stop me from having the relationship with him. That's one idea that I have in my head. But there's, whatever the reason may be that God hasn't allowed me to be in a relationship, it is what it is. What was the point of what I was saying? But yeah, I was having a moment of reflection and thinking that I'm in my single season, and if this is the way that God has intended it to be for now, I need to utilize it rather than just sitting pretty and being like, la, 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 la. Like, what can I do? Do I need to, work on my flaws? Do I need to work on my Proverbs 31 woman traits? Whatever it is, I need to work on it. But then I was like, at the same time, I shouldn't just use it as an excuse to be like no to people. I should also put myself out there.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what it is. Maybe even though I have the desire to want to be, maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm desiring to be in a relationship, but I just don't want to go through the work of it, like trying to figure it out.
As you were speaking, that's literally that's literally what came into my mind. I was just thinking about, I was like, sometimes what we desire to have is not actually, we don't actually want to go through the actual work.
You just want to just be in it.
Like, if you notice, a lot of females, speaking for myself, we love to watch like romantic dramas, fantasize about stuff, because it's nice to fantasize about it. When it becomes real, it's almost like, whoa. You even get ick. Yeah. You're like, ew. Like, but then it's like, but this is literally what you wanted. What do you mean, ew? What? Oh my God, I've just had an epiphany.
What was the epiphany? So basically, right, Okay, when I say that I've prayed about this, I'm not saying that every single day I wake up and I pray, God, boyfriend. It's not like that. There'll be random moments where it'll come into my head and I'll be like, oh, like maybe let me just pray about it, kind of ask God, for more clarity and wisdom about it and all of that stuff. So I remember I didn't even pray about it at this time, but I had a dream. Basically, what God showed me, he was basically trying to tell me that when you meet your guy, you will know. Mm-hmm. It's not a thing of like, are you going to be wondering, like, so in the dream, basically, I was sitting at this fancy restaurant and this guy, I was sitting by myself. I remember I was literally looking at the menu. I was thinking, I think it was euros or pounds. See, this is a sign. He doesn't belong here. Euros, ladies and gentlemen. But I was looking at it. I was like, £2 for 6 little, like, what are they called? Olives. I was like, that's really expensive. Then I look up, then this guy is sitting in front of me. And you know when like guys are kind of like nervous to approach a girl, like he was like that. And I was like looking at him from across the table. And I was like, he's cute. And then something in me in the dream was like, he's the one for you. And I was just like, oh, okay. And then I think his friends came over or something and they were trying to like encourage him. And they're like, yeah, he's a good guy, da-da-da-da. And he came and sat next to me. And then remember that episode where we were talking about icks and I said that my ick is like long nails on guys. So even despite the fact that in the dream, I felt like he was the one for me. I remember looking down at his nails and he had long nails and I got the ick. So do you know what I'm trying to mean? My English, I'm tired guys. I'm actually tired. But... But going back to what you said about we like romanticize about it and then when it actually happens we'll get the ick for no reason.
Yeah.
So it was like
it's genuinely fear.
Like my guy was literally in front of me.
I think naturally I can't speak for everyone, but I feel like me for myself, it's something I've definitely noticed. I have a natural instinct to just protect myself, and me protecting myself could be me finding faults very easily and be like, no, nah, that's it. And because I know that whenever I notice that's happening, I talk myself out of it because I've noticed that there's no actual issues, just because I'm scared to like follow through with what I've said I want to do. Yeah. So I'll find a reason to want to back out. But by literally, it's like I'm battling with myself mentally, and I'm like, no, there's no problem. There's nothing's going to happen. Just you're still going to do it. Yeah. Even if you're irritated, you're still whatever that thing is. Whether it's going somewhere or meeting a person, you're still going to follow through because you said you're going to do it. Don't try and find a reason not to back up because you're scared that you might not seem as energetic or seem as like
whatever insecurity
is like because literally that's something that is like when you have an insecurity, it's almost like you try to find a reason to not do whatever it is because that's just our natural way of
just defending yourself,
protecting yourself. So that's for me. And I've noticed that when I see people when it comes to relationships, they try to find any issue, any fault with the person in a way of like, yes, see, I told you it wasn't going to work. But those faults, are they really a problem, or is that is that your way of responding to trying to avoid yourself from actually experiencing love?
Wow, this episode took an unexpected turn.
Yeah.
Not God showing me the future.
Like, genuinely, a lot of people, I don't think people actually understand what it actually means to receive love. It sounds nice, which is why some people struggle to even give love, because they don't actually know what it actually means.
What it requires.
With the true definition of what love actually is and experiencing that, which is why sometimes it's easier for us to be like, I trust nobody, I have no friends, I have
it's
this,
just me.
Because it's like, I don't want to go through that hurt of someone, for me, giving complete love and the person just throwing it away. I don't want to experience that. So I'd rather just tell people I don't trust anybody. But you want to trust people, because to live a life of peace, you need to trust people. So it's all tied into like fear. Like, it's just fear.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Bearing in mind, I had this dream months ago.
Yeah, I just thought about it. It just came to me just now. God speaks, you know.
He does.
God speaks.
It was literally like everything was fine. I was in a bougie restaurant. This guy came to me. I just knew. I was like, I like you. You did it. And all it took, I looked down and he had long nails. Even when I woke up, I said, God, why did you show me this man and he has long nails, knowing very well that I have the ick for it? And look at us.
And more stuff is even coming to mind as you're speaking. You know, I don't know if you remember when Pastor was talking about how naturally we are born into sin, right? So our natural bodies is sin. So like fear is almost instinctive. It's something that comes with like being a human being.
Yeah.
And fear doesn't come from God. Fear only comes from the devil. No, deep it. Fear only comes from the devil. That means fear is devil's way of just creeping in to just stop us from experiencing what we need to experience. There's no positive effects to fear.
It's true.
Fear is only negative.
You're running away from something that's good for you.
Because you know how there's always some certain things that have also positive and negative.
Yeah.
Fear is just negative. Fear does not stop you from. Like fear is just negative. It's like that is literally the devil stopping us from really fully experiencing something that we're meant to experience.
Listen.
It just come to me. I was like, wow. I'm like, wow. It just all this went. Let me see dots clicking. I was like, oh my days. So whenever like you say you want to go for something, or you want to I don't know, maybe start a channel or do something about you dancing online, and you're like, no.
Oh my God, Favour, that's the thoughts I've been having.
Are you serious?
I've been like, because the thing is, right, I was like, I think I said this, did I say it to you? I said it to you, how I want to try and do dancing because working out just never works out for me. And dancing, I used to do it when I was younger, I enjoy it, and obviously like I'm into K-pop, so why not do it? And I remember you said to me, like, try doing it on TikTok.
Yeah. Because I'm even thinking more, what is going on? I don't know what's happening, but something's... Things are coming to my head.
Guys, if you need a battle...
Literally, things are just dropping. It's like I'm hearing voice, but anyway...
This is spiritual.
I'm just thinking about something. You know when we talk about, like... A lot of the things that we see people do well in, it's not always the best people that do well in them. It's the most confident person. So, like, let's say you could have the ability to do it even better, but fear can stop you from even showing the world
exactly
what you can do. So we see one person as like, we're like, why is this person doing so well? As long as you're confident, you can sell anything. And confidence is almost like fear is like kind of...
There's nothing
you're
there.
Pushing fear away.
Yeah, 100%.
Because obviously the fear is always going to try and
it's
linger
always
around.
It's going to stop you, yeah.
But
yeah.
if you believe, if your confidence in whatever it is, you go through it and do it well. And that's what love is, confident. Because when you love something, you're confident.
You just fully you don't think about it. When it's love, it's natural. It's like that.
Like if you're going to love somebody or love whatever it is or love what you're doing, that requires you to have confidence.
Yeah,
like that's the only way you can give complete love and receive complete love. Because you're confident in the person and in yourself.
Wow.
It's actually mad.
It is.
Fear is dangerous, guys. Like, obviously the context we're talking about is dating, but like even take away dating, like fear in general is dangerous. It can keep you and make you stagnant for years. It can make you stop. It can literally cage you from showing your talent to the world because you're so scared of what people are going to say, how you're going to be perceived.
And it's not even a reality. It's just something that you have created in your head. It's literally that. It's like, oh, you know, if I go on stage and I sing, like, people, they're going to look at me weirdly. They're not going to pay attention. That's you. Nobody else is saying that. You haven't had a previous experience of that happening. So now, why would you... Listen.
It's the devil, guys.
No, it is.
Just because it sounds like your voice doesn't mean it's you.
It's not.
It's actually the devil.
Literally, ask for the spirit of discernment because read the Bible. Listen. Oh, you know what? I'm feeling it.
Yeah, but I genuinely believe that learning to receive love is definitely something that a lot of people struggle with, but they don't even know they struggle with it.
I think I struggle with it.
Same.
We're learning, guys. I think I struggle with it because I feel like I give so much of it that it's like when it's my turn, I'm like, whoa, wait, no, it's okay, it's fine. Yeah, wow.
Mine's I don't even feel like I've been given enough. So there's a conflict of like, am I even given enough? Am I even worthy to receive half of the things? I'm like, even little things like compliments. It took me a while for me to just accept compliment for what they are. I'm just like, okay, thanks. But it's like, actually
take it.
Just actually take it. It's like, or I'll do something to distract myself because I'm like, oh no, I don't want to think that's weird. Why is it weird? And me, I can give compliments, but why can't I receive the same compliment I'm giving?
I remember you saying that about me, but look at you now. I guess we're more alike than we thought, Favour.
Nah, you're worse than me.
Okay, that's great.
You literally, someone say, Jen, you look so nice, she'd be like, happy birthday.
Not happy birthday.
Like, oh, you do this? That way.
Yeah, that, woo! Thank you.
Like, why are you, like, I don't do that. This is what I do. I'm like, thank you. This is me acting.
Yeah.
That's what I do. So I'm acting. At least I act like I'm receiving it. I'm like, thank you. And then, but high-pitched voice. You be like, what is that?
Like, thanks, mate.
What's
yeah,
that?
I'll be like, lads, mate, put accent on.
Nah,
yeah,
see, that's us covering up, man. We don't know how to receive.
What is wrong with us?
Nothing's wrong with us. It's good that we highlight stuff so we're aware of it.
No, 100%.
I'm fully aware of mine, 100%, which is why I genuinely am trying, because I know that once I'm able to fully accept it, I'm going to be the best giver of love. Because you can't give something you don't know how to give.
Exactly.
So I know that I'm only touching the surface. I know that there's so much more I can give to people and make them feel what I would want to feel and I would accept feeling.
And I can tell that changed in you. Because if you guys have watched our vlog, if you haven't watched it, please click on our vlog. But there's a moment when we were in our hotel room, and just because I just love to express my love for my friends, I just said to Favour, good night, Favour, I love you. I just get emotional. She
You're so
said,
dramatic.
I love you too. Nah, guys, I don't think
so
the level
dramatic
of happiness I felt in that moment.
Who knew that much? That's how much you felt.
No,
It's
but
not that
like for
important.
me.
Yeah, okay, it's important. It's
Favour,
important.
please now.
Yeah, it's
Well,
important.
we're having a nice moment.
It's true.
But the level of excitement I actually felt, was it because we were in the dock?
No.
I think it was.
No, it's not that. I'm actually learning to try and use that
like it.
love word more frequently.
The love
Because
word.
I've always had the belief of like, I show it by actions. But I'm like, but why can't you say it verbally?
Yeah.
It's because I find it cringe. Of
Okay,
course.
fair enough.
But I'm trying.
No, I experienced
I'm
it.
genuinely trying because
I genuinely felt so happy.
Actions wise, I'm very good at showing. It's just words. I don't know. It's very
because I think there's a lot of weight when it comes to words.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes I feel like with my actions, you might misinterpret what I'm trying to do, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like you might not see it as me showing love, but I'm like, yeah, that's fine.
That's fine. Yeah.
But I know what I'm doing. But with words, once I say it, it's like
it's there. Yeah.
Like you know exactly what I'm trying to. Weird, isn't it? Very weird.
Wow.
Very, very weird. We're just very complicated humans.
We are. But
Complicated
God knows
human
why He
beings.
created us like this. He knows. Guys, I'm telling you, if you knew what happened before all of this, I feel like there's a reason.
There's always a reason.
Because the revelations that just came out of our mouths is crazy.
It's weird because it's like, as you were speaking, I can't even describe it. It's like, it was just clicking in my head and I'm just like, hold on, what? Hold on, what? And you were talking, I'm like, wow. That's why I was like, hold on, Jen. Even though I was laughing, I'm like, are you actually scared? Like, that's the only way I could verbalize one because I genuinely was hearing stuff like, something was telling me that.
Guys, you're experiencing the Spirit speaking to us.
No, but I don't know. I don't know if obviously, I'm not gonna say I don't believe in it, but it's like it's obviously sounds like your own voice, right? So you never know if it's the Holy Spirit or I just know. I know when I hear stuff, I know. Like when I heard about
you know what it is,
the recording stuff.
You know,
I literally just some said to me, check.
I think the way that we can discern whether it's the Holy Spirit or if it's us, if it's direct and it's like this is it.
Yeah. Yeah,
because that's what I've been feeling this week. I've like the way that I've been learning how to kind of like discern it. It's like if I have a thought and it's a very like confirmation, this is it, direct, then I'm like, okay.
Yeah, like even before we went on Portugal, because guys, we had a lot of issues. Our flight got cancelled, but best believe, literally at that point, because I remember I called this.
She called them at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I called Wizard and I had the most ridiculous man. He just sounded like I came to kill. Like he just sounded irritated. Anyways, at 3 a.m, I was calling Wiz Air to try and confirm like what's happened. But after I had that conversation with him, even though it was the most disheartening conversation because she said to me, the only flight we can give you is 4 days after your holiday. That's literally when our holiday's ending. And I was like, what? Anyways, that should have made me more worried. No joke. As soon as I came off the phone, I told Ebby what's happened. I literally heard a voice saying,
You're going on holiday.
You're going on holiday. Go
Yeah.
sleep. Go and sleep. And I was like, nah, is this like, am I bugging? Wait, hold on. and the voice is, because I was about to do my nails, and the voice was like, just do your nails, do it and sleep.
I'll go sleep,
and sleep.
Go.
And I'm there like, at 3-4 in the morning, doing my nails. If you saw me, and that was just before I finished killing the moths, right? So
guys,
before,
I think we need to do we'll get the whole gang just to tell you what happened before.
So anyway, so long story short, I did my nails.
Yeah.
And I went to sleep.
Yeah.
And I woke up at 9, and then we started the whole palaver again. And we went on holiday. But it was like the confidence in that voice was very like, it was almost funny because I'm like, how?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
Literally, I was like, I didn't want to share it because I was thinking I don't want to make anyone feel like I'm just trying to be confident or say the most. But I was like, I'm going to share this when we get there, or as soon as we're about to board the flight.
Yeah.
So that way they can realize that this is not like, this is something I genuinely heard, because I didn't want to be like one of those people like, oh God,
guys, I heard it. I will just laugh about it.
Yeah, so like, I'm not going to say anything, because sometimes when you overshare, sometimes it out of the fact that people don't have faith in it, it can influence you, and then you're then like, okay, I don't believe in that thing,
and then it just doesn't happen. Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just gonna keep it to myself. But guys, the Holy Spirit is real.
It's so real.
It's real.
Like so, like even was it yesterday? Because I remember a couple of weeks ago I was having a conversation with my brother, and because he's very passionate about his music. On his phone, he's always just doing music. But my mum being my mum, just like, oh, you know,
typical African mom,
just doctor, and he doesn't like that. And I was just having a conversation with him about, first of all, it started off with kind of like, you know, it's your life at the end of the day. If you have this passion and you're creative and you see it going somewhere, you just do what you need to do. I'm not saying disrespect mom, but you know, it's your life, you're living for yourself. And it obviously, you know, brought God into it, and how he's the one that can, you know, put us on the right path, guidance, Then this week he came up just randomly. He just came into my room. He was like, Jen, how do you know when you hear the voice of God? I was like, you can hear the voice of God in different ways, when you read the Bible, when you pray, sometimes through people, And he was like, yeah, because I was just thinking about that time when you were telling me that I need to like put trust in God and, you know, allow him to guide me, And I was just like, yeah, just do that, read your Bible, and, you know, it will
God speaks through people.
100%.
Word, it could literally be a whisper that sounds like your own voice. It's just, like, you're right. I feel like you know when it's, because especially when you have a revelation and you know it's not just a natural thing. Like, I wouldn't have clocked the whole fear stuff. Like, that's not something, I'm not just thinking about. I don't just sit in my room thinking, oh, what's the issue?
And the fact that this week I had my little reflection. Listen, guys, if you are not a believer, in this moment in time, you shall become a believer. Because these things, it's not a coincidence.
And one thing I also want to make mention of is that, guys, if you're a Christian, take your walk seriously and don't let anything, and I highly emphasize on what I'm saying, anything stop you from prioritizing God. Because it's very easy to be like, I'm busy. But then you're busy and you start to realize that things are just not going right, but they seem to be going right. But you're just like, I just feel like something's not right. And that feeling is because God is begging you to come. He's saying, please come to me.
Like,
please,
just literally.
please.
Like, what do they call it? Like, when they say, like, a nudging in your heart or pulling on your heart or something.
So,
always.
Please listen to that voice and don't let anyone, anything, whatever it is, be priority over God. Like,
no.
When you have the time after work or whilst working, wherever it is, create time for it. Like, create time. Like, and it doesn't have to be a long period. It doesn't have to be 10 minutes. There's no time. God doesn't require. God doesn't require.
Put a timer on it.
Even talks about in the Bible, like, don't be one of those people. I don't know what word for word, but like, don't be a person that's repeating words over and over again.
Yeah, just
in the name of prayer.
It's not going to.
Because it's not about that. It's not about the length of the time. It's not about. It's all about the actual intimacy and
I remember
focus.
Rev said that he was like, sometimes when, you know, he does an altar call, when people come, they think they'll have to give up this and I'm going to do this. Sometimes when you come to the altar, it's literally you just having intimacy.
Like, it genuinely is like a proper intimacy and focus as well. Because when you're trying to be intimate with a person, and intimacy is there's many ways of describing it. you're focusing.
100%.
And you're giving your full attention to, you're in the moment.
Yeah.
So you can't be like, I'm trying to create intimacy, but I'm doing other stuff whilst no, you're giving that full time. So that's all it is. Giving complete focus and time to God, even if it's 2 minutes, 1 minute, 5 minutes. And obviously as the more you do it, the longer you'd obviously get better at doing it. But yeah, guys.
And even with that, because I've experienced that this week, because I realised, I don't know what it was that made me realise this, but I always have my headphones in, I'm always listening to something or watching something. And it was like, there's certain things happening in my life where I'm just like, I just want God to speak to me about it. Or there's certain things where it's just like, I just want to have that kind of certainty and confidence that God will provide and he will work on it. And then something was just kind of like in my head that was just like, just be still, just be quiet, like stop, just, you don't always need to have it, like if I've always got my headphones in, I can't always just be scrolling on TikTok, I can't always just be doing, I'll be working, but I need to be conscious of the fact that I also need to allow, because the thing is about when God speaks to you, when the Holy Spirit speaks to you, it can happen at any moment of the day. Like for us right now, we're doing a podcast, right? Like there'll be times where, like this week, because I dropped my brother off at school and picked him up multiple times, rather than bringing my headphones, I left it at home. If I'm walking, I just allow myself to just be silent, because God can speak to you in so many different ways. So sometimes that intimacy is not always just like, I mean, it's important to, be in your, your quiet place and spend time with him. But sometimes it's just allow time for God to be heard.
Simple.
Literally. You
hit the nail on the head.
There we go. I don't even know where to continue now.
Tweet of the week.
Yeah, we'll do tweet of the week. So I saw this tweet and it basically said, before you get married, discuss parenting styles, religious beliefs, childhood traumas, sexual expectations, political views, career pathways, bills and financial beliefs. Please have these conversations. Don't just kiss and cuddle. Say that.
Okay, so this is what I think. I feel like these conversations are difficult.
Yeah.
But they're very important. And it's better, the earlier you know, the better it is. Because if you stay in a longer commitment, if you're in a long, like you guys have been speaking for a longer period of time, it will become harder for you to let go. Because even, like, let's take away love. Because sometimes it's not even love. It could just be a thing of like, you're cold, you're just dependent on the person.
Yeah.
Just having that safe, feeling like you have someone to rely on. And you're so used to having that person around you that even if you find out some type of information that could be something that you just wouldn't tolerate, you're less likely to let go, because you're like,
there's attachment.
Attachment, and I've invested so much time in this person. It's better to find out earlier than to wait until you're married. And it, like I said, it's definitely going to be awkward and difficult to talk about, but it's very important, because you don't want to be tied down and then you're finding out information that you're like, wow.
It's like in the first season of Love is Blind, once, they get married and they move into with each other and they meet each other's parents, there was this one couple where the girl, I remember them in the kitchen, it was so random. She's like, I have something to tell you. I'm like $500,000 in debt. Like, it's like, why am I fine? Despite the fact that when they're in their little, they talk for hours.
Yeah.
And you couldn't think to bring this up to me.
Which brings me back to my next point I was going to mention is, sometimes we talk about a whole lot of nothing. And it's like, if you want to find out something, you have to find a method that works for you. If it's texting, because sometimes it's harder to verbalize how you actually feel. If it's texting, if it's having someone else there in like a third party, getting them involved to make you open up, whatever it is, you have to find out.
Yeah,
it's better for you to just know. Like the harder it's because the longer you leave it, the harder it is.
Yeah, and
most likely things are exaggerated. They become heightened when you're married. The small things that you're like, oh, it's going to be worse.
Yeah.
You have to find out. Like if you get someone involved, whatever it is, just create a space where you're able to fully be transparent. Obviously, you're not going to know everything about each other.
Because some things you might not even think as a big deal to bring up, or you might just forget.
Exactly.
You know, but yeah, it's so important
to know as much as you can.
Yeah. Because listen, I don't want to, like, for me, my deal breakers where it's like, if you decide that you want to do this within a marriage, I can't get to that stage with you. The first thing for me is living with the parents. Now, I'm not saying that as we're dating, the person is living with their parents, but after we have gotten married, you now want me to move in with your parents, as in our rooms are across the hall, as in I'm getting ready to go into the shower, then I hear your mum go into the shower, I have to be, oh no,
where's your privacy?
Where is your privacy?
What's that?
You can't be fruitful and multiply. You can't be fruitful and multiply.
Guys, Jen's got a dirty mind.
If your mother-in-law
you have
cooking
a dirty
downstairs,
mind. Privacy literally could mean anything, but this girl's taking it to multiply. Your mind is dirty.
No, it's
your
not,
mind is dirty.
I made it clean, fruitful, and multiply.
This is what people do when they have a dirty mind. They try to make it clean for you. Dirty mind.
No, but it's true. Like, you can't even. When I say intimate, I'm not saying that kind of intimate, but you can't, like, maybe you want to, like, I don't know, cuddle with your partner, you want to kiss, but then it's like,
you can't be yourselves.
You can't.
And it's not even just parents. With anyone around you, you really can't be your complete selves with people watching you.
Yeah.
Especially people that you know watching you. So imagine that being your parents. Oh my God. That's disgusting.
It's like, I've never seen my parents be intimate with each other, but now I have to force.
It's very disturbing.
And the second thing that I would say is, what was my second thing? So I said, parenting styles. Styles. I think for me, especially as I did psychology and I came to understand more about, the psychology behind children, the development, how certain things that you do early on can manifest itself as they grow older. Because I value that a lot, especially, with my siblings, I need to be on the same page as my husband when it comes to how we're going to discipline and educate our children. Because it can't be, we're 3 kids in, my child does something mad, and then I find out that you've disciplined him this way, and I'm like, whoa, no, don't do that. Even if it's, you have to sit down and plan it, like, okay, let's say that they get to this certain age, and that's when they start getting all rowdy and tantrums, like, how are we going to, if you have to sit down and plan it, so be it. Like, because I feel like it's so important. Because what you do and how you treat your children and what you show them, if you just don't want to make mistakes, it's just gonna be harmful. It's just gonna be negative.
Yeah, because the thing is, I feel like things like mistakes are bound to happen, but there's a difference between you knowing fully well that this mistake. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for my water.
Anyways, I saw a video on TikTok. This woman was carrying her baby. She's looking for her baby everywhere. She's like, "Where's our baby?" I said, "This is madness. The baby's even heavy. It's not like a light baby. How do you not?" Anyways, what was I saying? Mistakes. Mistakes are going to happen, but there's a difference between you knowing and allowing that mistake to happen because you don't want to let go of the person. And it's easier to, we're not saying you should run away from everything, but everyone has things that they know they can't tolerate. We all have things that everyone's tolerance level is different. There's certain things that, for me, when she mentioned about the finances thing, about being in debt, for me personally, I know by God's grace I can tolerate that. I'm not saying I would want that in my life. But there's other stuff that I know for a fact that I cannot tolerate. And it's just like...
Would you like to share?
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, no, I can share one. Addictions.
Okay.
If someone's addicted to something, I would be very... Addictions are scary.
They can be.
Because it's like they have no control over it. And it's nothing about me. Nothing about anybody else.
That can change.
That addiction is controlling them. And to me, that's something I personally wouldn't be able to tolerate, because I'm like, I can't even speak to you because you're not even hearing me. Like, 'cause no certain things, I can speak you out of it, Addiction requires the person to look inwards and really help themselves. Because what can I do? I can't tell you nothing because that thing is literally controlling you. And addiction's like, boy,
it's been a mad one still.
I can't.
Yeah,
for me. I don't know. I can't do that at all.
Yeah, but guys, I think, you know, whether it's in the early stages, whatever, I don't know, because people are different, you know. Whenever you feel like you are comfortable enough to be able to share.
No, I'm not gonna say that. Sorry. I'm not trying to cut you short. Oh. The reason why I said no, but not comfortable. Don't go about when you're comfortable, because you never do it.
Okay.
You never feel comfortable enough.
No, I mean, not comfortable, but like at whatever stage you feel like you are able to express that part of you, whether it's the talking stage, whether it's the early stages of the relationship, whether it's right before you guys get engaged, whatever it may be, just don't postpone those conversations. Because listen, 10 years into the marriage and I find out that I'm your second wife because it's within your culture.
No, the reason why I said don't wait till you're comfortable, because a lot of the stuff that we do is, if you wait till you're comfortable, you would never. You'll never do it. That's true. Never do it.
That's true.
Because that comfortability doesn't exist, because the conversation itself is uncomfortable. Yeah. So how can you be comfortable to say something that's uncomfortable? Yeah. See, I think to me is weighing out how important that information is to you. That would determine when to ask. Does that make sense? Like, don't go by your feelings. Ignore your feelings. Yeah. Just how important do you need to know that information? That would determine the pace of when you'd be eager to like find out, because some information are life and death, literally.
No, but it is,
and it's nothing to do with you being comfortable or not comfortable. You need to know. Yeah. So it's like you need to know now if they have health issues in their family, or if they have
sickle cell is a big thing within the Black community. I need to get tested for that.
You know, you've tested before.
I know. I feel like I need to get tested. I don't think I have it, but it's important.
There's so many things you just never know. Like, there could be a thing where they have some family rituals that's against the Bible. Yeah. You need to know, because you get into that family and then you're finding out that you can't give birth. Like, no, there's some mad stuff, you know, like you can't downplay it. So to me, it's down to the importance of the information. If it's about, because you mentioned about political views, I don't give a damn about that. Political views.
Donald Trump, who is that?
If you love him, marry him.
Don't marry. We don't agree with his views, please.
If you want to marry him, marry him. I couldn't give a toss. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't give a toss. But there's certain things that I'm like, yo, I need to know this. Yeah. I need to know.
Sorry, I just had a thought in my mind. It's a bit dirty, so I'm not going to say.
You are very dirty.
I said, what if you have kinks?
To be fair, you need to know that, actually.
Exactly. You need to know Imagine your husband coming...
Mate, I've heard some horrific stories about people finding out stuff. I'm like, God forbid. God, you see my heart. You see my heart, though. I'm an innocent pure girl. I can't. Someone put their feet in my face, I'll scream. I will cry. If someone puts their feet in my face, I'm going to cry. I would cry tears. Tears, guys. I can't. So it's true, I agree.
Yeah, exactly. Kinks. Yeah. Because a lot of Christians are very eager to get into it, but then when you find out your wife likes it.
But to be fair though, the kink stuff though, I don't feel like that's something, okay, this is my opinion. I don't feel like that's something that you need to know earlier on. That's just my opinion though.
Okay, why?
Do you know, because I feel like a lot of people, they have, because your thoughts are very, very mad, and people imagine stuff but will never actually act it out.
True.
So do I need to know that?
Yeah.
Knowing fully well that, because some people, they keep imagining doing stuff with their teachers, especially boys.
No one.
That will never happen. Do you get it?
Yeah.
You know, your teacher she has kids. That, yeah. Do you get my point? Some kinks actually would not come to pass. So. Oh my gosh. Anyways, guys.
Speak to your partners.
Long story short, it's definitely important to speak to. Yeah. And also, I was going to touch upon a topic about some people saying stuff like, if I don't know about it, it doesn't exist. Out of sight, out of mind. And it's like, sis, you need to know.
You need to know.
Because even if you don't find out now,
you'll find out.
You eventually find out.
Exactly.
Even if, like, for example, cheating. I know, like, from hearing a lot of aunties in the past, the way they describe cheating is almost like
It's expected.
they're like, yeah, men cheat. And I'm
This
like,
thing, just leave them.
what?
As long as it comes back
So
to
there's
you.
a lot of people that are married knowing fully well their husband cheats. And to them it's okay because they can't see, so it doesn't exist. That's delusional. That's literally delusional.
It is.
I'm not going to...
I'm not about it. It's not my portion. I rebuke it.
Yeah.
Take it away from me.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah. I just don't... There's not out of sight here, boy.
No.
I say boy.
Ghetto.
It's not out of sight.
No,
you need to know. Like,
yeah.
It's like I keep going back to this. It is definitely very difficult for a reason, but the best things in life are not easy.
Would you leave if they cheated on you?
I asked this question on the internet. Would you leave with cheating?
Yeah.
Okay, good for you.
Thank you.
That's good.
I said, since I've had a conversation with him, it's so hard. It's so hard. Yeah, I'd leave because why? I'm the best thing to ever happen to you, and you go for someone.
Change the context. Hold on. Is this pre-date? Just dating or marriage?
Oh God, I don't know. It's a bit tough, you know, because
dating, of course, that's literally not hard.
Yeah.
Marriage.
I always...
And you can leave actually, because the Bible talks about the only exception, the only reason you can get divorced is if there's
sexual immorality.
Yeah. So you actually technically can leave.
Yeah, I'm leaving. As long as the Bible says I can leave, I'm gone.
You can, yeah.
Because
but would you actually do it?
That's the thing. Because I've had this conversation with my mom, and for me, my mom was like, "No, Jen, you can't do that. Sometimes you have to sit down. This is what did she say? It's the trials and tribulations in the relationship. It's what makes you stronger."
I beg.
I'm like,
I beg.
I'm like, I'm suffering for who? For what?
Trials.
But that's actually
stupid trials that was. The guy fully knew what he was doing.
It's not free trial. It's not Amazon. After 14 days, you have to pay. No.
Yeah, but literally, that's something
that's true though. When I leave,
a lot of like, I've heard conversations almost like it's expected. Like, oh yeah, like it's not a problem. Like,
I just can't.
Men will be men.
I feel,
and it's like, but if they don't bring to the house, so that's fine. Like, they respect the house. Excuse me.
They respect the house, but they don't respect me as a wife enough to control their lust.
Don't have that belief of like, oh, if I don't know, it's okay, because you eventually know anyway.
You will know, darling.
It will come somehow,
God will always
and it will come in a way that you. The worst way possible. So isn't it better for you to control the information now and digest it in the best way possible?
Let's not follow our parents and grandparents.
Not for it to come in a way where you see the side chick just coming into the house and saying, "Excuse me,
where's Brian?
Where's Tom?
Where's James?
Where's James? What are you gonna do?" The out of sight has entered your house.
And with such confidence, they'll be like, "Yeah, he's my man. He's my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Who are you?" My God, do you not see the baby I'm carrying here? Do you not see the ring? Oh my God.
Out of sight has entered your house.
I think they need to change. You know when they, in weddings, where they say, "Till death do us part," I think they should also say, "Till adultery do us part."
You
know when they talk... You know when they say...
I know what you're saying, but
yeah.
What?
I think they should involve that.
No.
I think they should. It makes sense.
No, Jen.
Before we end, guys, there's one more thing I want to hear your opinion on. Okay. So I saw a tweet, kind of going back to our conversation about certain things from, like, you know, past generations and traditions and stuff that we wouldn't carry on. So someone made a tweet about it and loads of people were quoting it. And one girl said, the one thing she won't do is the whole thing of sending money back home.
Okay.
What do you think, Favour?
I feel like it's just down to, like, if I have it. If I actually genuinely have, and it just depends on the situation. Okay. Because one thing, me personally, I don't like the fact that someone is just dependent on me and they're not trying for themselves. Mm-hmm. That's my only worry. And it's like, not because I don't want to help, but I don't want it to become a thing where now you see me as a bank, because I'm not a bank.
Exactly. Yeah.
I just, as much as you want this, I work hard to get this. And I don't actually have a problem with giving, but I have a problem with people feeling like they can just live off someone else.
Just take it.
To me, that just doesn't make any sense. And of course, the situation in, like, back home is not the easiest. I understand that, but there's people working.
It's true.
There's people working.
It's very true.
Obviously, circumstances can make it difficult, but it's down to the individual person. Like, you can still work and do something.
Yeah.
If it's for you to even clean someone's shoes, just look productive.
Something.
Don't just think, I'm going to sit in the house, wait for my millionaire auntie and uncles to send me money
from America.
From America or the UK because I have rich families. That's the only thing, and I've seen that. That's my only problem. Like, if I see a promising person that's hardworking and they just don't have it, that's, for me, I'm fine with giving. But I see someone that's not hardworking.
They wake up
and they
call you.
Wait, and every time you can tell by the way they ask. They ask without no remorse. They don't care about your feelings. No. They don't care about your day. They don't care about who you are. They don't care about you at all. That's how you know this person doesn't work. This person doesn't work. They don't see the value in what you're doing. Because someone that I value, before I ask them questions about you giving me money, I'm going to ask you, how are you?
How are things?
Because I know things are going to be hard.
And just to kind of see where they're at with it, to see how far you can go with it. Yeah, it's very true.
So for me, that's how that would determine if I would want to carry on that practice. Because indirectly, I kind of do it sometimes. Like, I give my mom to, but I don't want them to know that it's me doing it. Because I just don't want them coming to me. But I kind of do it sometimes. But it's just like, because I do actually want to help, but I just don't want them feeling like they can just ask.
Yeah.
Like, how do you just message me, hi sister, you okay? I need 100,000. Like, what?
The thing is, I've seen it happen so many times because my mom is a naturally giving person.
Yeah.
Out of all her siblings, who do I have back home? I have my grandparents and I have my younger uncle. And I think I might have an uncle in Morocco or something. But it's usually my grandma. And I think because out of all her siblings, my mum's the one that's like, do you have something? My mum would be like, even if she doesn't have much, my mum will still give her. As my other aunties, they're tough. If they see you calling, they'll be, I'm not answering.
Yes, that's the same with my mum as well.
So I've seen it happen so many times where my mum, she would, if my grandma calls, my mum knows it's for money, just like that. So
would you carry on this practice though? Would you do it?
I feel like I'm in a different position because my immediate family are here, so there wouldn't be any reason for me to. I don't know, because it kind of goes back to the African culture of taking care of your parents. So I guess in a way I'd be doing it, but not really, because if my parents get to a stage where they can't work anymore, like I'd love to be in a position where I'm paying for their house. Like, they don't have to do anything, just live your old little lives and, do whatever it is. But I've sent my grandma money a couple of times. But it's just not, I don't know, it's a bit
I know what you're saying. It's harder to be a person that's be a giver when the person's not really your family like that. Does that make sense? Yeah. So it's like, I would love to be that person that would send money back home all the time. But I feel like I'm just not encouraged to do so, because I see how they treat people that do it all the time that I know, and it's not very encouraging. And it just makes me feel like you just see us as a bank.
Because this isn't even like immediate family.
You don't even know if we're having health issues. Like,
yeah, exactly. They just think that we have.
They call us to tell us about all the issues they're going through, but you haven't once just
asked me
to ask.
Are you working? I might not even be working.
The person you're speaking to, how are you? That's literally it. That's all it is. And for me, that really discourages me to want to give. Yeah. Even though I'm not giving because I want people to, because I want gratification, but it helps if you're giving to a person that shows gratitude.
Because at the end of the day, right, if you have someone, a family member, whoever, they come to you and you can tell from the way that they've started the conversation, it's genuine.
Yeah.
You're more likely to be able to give that money without being bothered. Because there's some people that will come to you. And I've even had it here in the UK, not even Africa. I've had it here in the UK with someone, I'll have an auntie that come, Jen, give your auntie £40. And I'm in my heart, I'm like, Lord Father, I know you say we have to be giving, and I know I've got the money, so it's not going to affect me. But because of the way that they've approached it and the way that they've asked me, you just don't have that genuine heart to just be like, take it.
Like, ideally, I would want to give 100%. But I know that if I'm not doing the most now, even when I get millions, I probably wouldn't do it. So I know the issue is not me having more, because I really thought about this. I'm like, it's not actually about me having more money. It's because I don't want to give, and that's the actual truth. And it's not nice to hear, but it's because it's like, when you learn from your environment, you see things, you see patterns, and you're like, I don't want to be part of this. So ideally, as a Christian, I would love to be that person that gives. So I would love to carry on that practice, but would I do it? That's a different thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but I would love to, 100%. Like, it's always nice to give, but I just don't know if I would actually be able to do it.
Yeah.
But I would if I really push myself.
Look at you just repeating yourself. I don't know what, but I don't.
If I push myself, I wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, guys, we hope that you enjoyed this week's episode. Honestly, like I said, you know what? God is just amazing, because sometimes you'll be doing something that you feel like you need to do, and there's just error upon error upon error upon error. And then when the thing that is within His will actually happens, it's such a beautiful thing.
Yeah, and
such a beautiful thing.
It's that thing of never stopping because
little thing,
like issues are pushing you back. If this is what it is, if you have a goal and you know that you want to get there, you wouldn't let little distractions pull you back.
At all.
Things like fear or insecurity, anxiety. You wouldn't let that pull you back, because you have a goal, and if you have to crawl, is it crawl? Right?
Yeah, it's crawl. Yeah.
If you have to do that to get there,
so be it.
Literally,
with the strength that God gives you, so be it.
Of course, having God with you, but if you want to get there, you will get there. So guys, if you want to take anything from this video, I would say, do not let fear control you.
I've learned from that, because I feel, you know what, the devil, I'm going to have a conversation with him. I will fight him, because this one, he's been stopping me, Favour. He has been stopping me.
I think if you just see it as, what's the worst that could happen?
Literally.
Like, honestly.
Literally. Guys, I'm telling you, next week I'm going to be a different person.
Because that's something I tell myself, and it's worked to an extent. There's certain things that I know fear is still holding me back from doing, but I've only got into a level of confidence, I would say, give or take, because I'm not there yet. But it's because I've just realised that I'm not going to let fear hold me back.
No.
I can't do it anymore. It's been holding me back for 2 minutes. How many years now? I can't. It doesn't make sense. I'm going to do. And the thing is, obviously, people might not see that but I know myself. I know that I'm definitely getting better, and there's things that I know I would definitely do, and I wouldn't let fear hold me back. So, guys, whatever you've planned this week to do, go for it, man.
Yeah.
Go for it. As long as it's in line with God, obviously you're not sinning.
Yeah, please. Please be careful, guys. Yeah, don't do that.
Anything that's you definitely know that's in line with God, do not let fear hold you back, because fear is from the devil, and God does not have fear.
He doesn't.
God does not give us fear. God only gives us love and peace. Hope. Anything else opposite from that is from the devil.
It's not of his.
So don't ever think, fear is because I'm just protecting myself. No, you're just scared, hon.
Yeah. What are you scared of, though?
I'm scared.
In God, we always have to be confident. But guys, again, thank you so much for listening to this. Oh no, we didn't create a song. Thank you so much for listening. And remember, I said I wanted to do a song for the end of the episode.
Song that you haven't even rehearsed the song. What song was supposed to sing?
I'm gonna come early on Sunday for praise and worship, and we'll practice the song.
Story. Let's end this episode, please.
Thank you guys so much for listening. We hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your day. We hope that you go into the rest of this week with confidence, not with fear. And we will see you next episode. Bye.